Hi everyone and welcome back to World Literature class. So for today's session, we're gonna be dealing with Roman literature. So here, at Roman literature, expect that this one is more of what you can look into at the Roman Empire, more of empires, more of monarchy, more of looking into the old way of living, like what you see into the movies of soldiers and all. So really having that rich culture and rich tradition. So let's now proceed. So I'll be presenting to you now the Roman literature. Now let's now look into the history of Roman literature. This really from the Roman literature that began with a drama and exhibition and introduced in Rome around 363 BC. So if we're gonna be looking into the this thing about Roman literature, this is more of pantomiming, more of music, more of drama, and more of something that is performed on stage. Because Romans are very fond of those kinds. So that's why now we have an influence of that one here in the country. So the literature rose to its highest under Augustus, declined under his successors, and was lost with the fall of the Western Empire. So for the first period, we do have the makeup of the history of drama, the epos, the satire, and the beginning of prose action. On the other hand, here at the second period, we have the golden age already from Cicero to Ovid that the highest improvement was into prose and poetry. So for the third period, we have the decline of Rome and therefore a rise of power of Tiberius to the death of Marcus Aurelius. So most of his writings are into political writing, epochs, and religious phenomena. And this makes up the periods of literature in Rome. So after that one, we do have the ancient Roman writers who are famous. We have Caesar, whom had written William Gallicum and William Civil. So Horace also had written odes and poetry, and Ovid lived around 43 BC and had written Metamorphoses and Fasti and Love of Poetry. We have also Quintus Ennius, Gnaeus Naevius, Marcus Pacuvius, Plautus, and Terence. So if we're gonna be looking into their works, they are more of dramatists and satires and more of plays. So this is more of a performance on stage. We have here also prose, which was developed by Herodotus. It was written as history. In Rome, satire was a recognized and somewhat described literary genre. So if you're going to be looking into satire, this one is, or satirical play, this one is played on stage. And Roman people are very fond of it because that's their way of art and another way of looking into presenting their history. So in the reign of Augustus, many people say that arrival of golden age would bring them back to traditional values, and therefore this one is a written or spoken form of language. So after that one, we have already the golden age of drama. This was adapted by Greek comedy, tragedy, and coincides with the First Punic War and came into contact with Greeks of southern Italy and Sicily. So that would be all, everyone, for the Spanish literature. So the thing that you need to really look into um, with the focus of Roman literature is more of the their history in terms of how they present it through different empires and then present it through something literary works that are sought and really look into how it will be performed on stage. So that would be all, everyone.